What's going on, you guys? This is New York Adventure 1994 here, and today is Sunday, December 29th, 2019. And we are on the last week of 2019, and it's also the last week we'll be seeing the NFL regular season for 2019. And it's all gonna be rival games where an NFL team's gonna play another NFL team in the same division. That's what happened in the last week, week 17. And let's talk a little bit about the teams. Today at 4:25 p.m., the Giants are going to play the Philadelphia Eagles. And Philadelphia is about to make the playoffs if they win. I hate both teams, but I hope the Eagles could win for the playoffs because I would do anything to prevent Dallas from making the playoffs. They're supposed to play the Washington you-know-what. The name I hate. I don't only hate that Washington team because they're rival with the Giants. I also hate them because their name. Because like really racist. And I wanted them to change that name like forever. I know for a fact those you-know-whats are gonna choke tonight. And Dallas chokes too, but they choke in like this team, the Dallas Cowboys, they choke in odd years, and they definitely went down that path this year. Despite having a fresh start in the first half of the season, but they lost to one of the baddest teams, the New York Jets, while I was in Disney. And I was like, okay, they're in trouble. They're going to be in trouble. But they did have a tough schedule this year. They even had to play the Patriots like we did. We had to play the Patriots while I was in Disney. They played the Patriots the same night I was at Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween, and we were gonna choke anyways. I knew it would have been a bad night for them, but when we did that Halloween thing, it was amazing this year. It was really amazing. I even got to see characters I haven't seen before. Like I even got to see the Headless Horseman. And let's talk about this. If I hope the Eagles can make the playoffs to stop Dallas because I hate the Cowboys more than the Eagles. I'm not even gonna be surprised if we lose because we're supposed to play the Eagles. We're definitely gonna be a 4-12 team this year because I want to stop Dallas. If the Eagles lose, it's a no-show for the playoffs, and Dallas will happily go in. But I know we had a bad division this year. We had a really bad division. There were some things I was so surprised with this year. The Bills, the 49ers, and the Packers. all made it to the playoffs. I didn't expect these teams to be so good this year. But I still wouldn't be surprised if they were still bad this year. But they've turned everything around this year. I'm especially impressed with the 49ers making it because they had a really bad history. And I know somebody's grandfather used to like them, like way back then before becoming a Chiefs fan. And I know I'm talking about one of your grandfathers, Superstar Shea, 1986. That's why I have respect for the Niners. I really hated their history this decade because they choked so much this decade. They obviously looked better in odd years. And they wind up becoming like 2-14 or 4-12 in even years. That did happen to them in 2016 and 2018. And not only that the Giants were bad this year, even the Jets were horrible. They started the whole season winless. Their season was really bad. They choked so bad this year. Especially when they lost Sam Darnold. It's just that Sam Darnold was out and a lot of people were hurt. Losing Sam Darnold was like the huge impact. That's why they were losing everything. Before I left for Disney. This fall, and it took them till November to start turning everything around. But they're still a bad team. I still don't expect them to make it next year. Right now, it's something I would definitely say for the Giants. For becoming 4-12. I still after this season, even if we do get a good draft pick, I still expect us to have a long rebuild after this. But we look way worse in odd years than we do in even years. I know it doesn't matter for us, but we just get better records in even years, even if we miss playoffs. I think we might be 6-10 next year. While the you-know-what crash again. I think the you-know-whats are becoming way worse than us now, but I expect the Giants to not be good until like 2024 or later because things haven't really changed with them this year. And the time has come for Eli to be done. I know that Eli Manning is done. Finito. And we almost got a winless team this year, the Cincinnati Bengals, which turned everything around once they beat the New York Jets earlier this month. I expected the Jets to destroy them with Sam Darnold, but it became a disaster really quick. But I was relieved with their win, despite it being a New York team. So we're not going to have an 0-16 team this year, which I'm impressed about. And the Bengals don't have to worry about dating back to the 2008 Lions and the 2017 Cleveland Browns. But I think they're going to be 1-15 this year, just like the 2016 Browns. And with Odell Beckham Jr. on the Browns, he destroyed the Browns this year. I expected them to be better with Odell Beckham, but he just made them look worse. When they dealt with enough bad history. Hopefully 2020 will be their year, because I know fans are sick of it now. After becoming 0-16 in 2017. You know, like I said about the Cowboys choking, 2015 was their worst year. Because they were 4-12 and the Giants were only 6-10. But they were still able to beat the Giants in week 1. Back when I first started 9th grade in 2015. Yeah, the Giants were actually leading that game. But they fell apart at the end. But they were unstoppable in 2016. But they're falling back again. But I know they're gonna strike back next year. With next year being an even year, 2020. There's a definite they'll strike back. But let's talk about the Giants. I think they're done now, and they're definitely done. They're eliminated. No playoffs, and I knew the season was going to be a disaster to begin with. We're going to be 4-12. Oh, and by the way, about the Ravens, they're unstoppable now. Just like the Patriots. But for the Giants, done. I still see us having a long-term rebuild. I guess this is the last week